Ready for the challenge? Ready to put this all into practice? Okay, good news. We're building off of previous challenges. And so we're just going to add a component. So daily stillness practice will always and forever be step number one. And we're starting to see more and more each month why that's so important. Now we've learned this month, it's critical to turn on the creator, the dreamer that's going to bring us forward in our lives into some of the things that we're meant to do, but maybe we've been so busy trying to stay caught up and control everything that we have shut that part of our brain down. We're going to open that back up with our daily stillness practice. So that will forever and ever be step number one. Step number two is to continue your value, relevance, and impact weekly practice. And so when you're looking at your calendar for the next week, you're looking at the appointments, the tasks, the projects, you're looking at that and you're asking yourself the human connection questions from BRI. Who is it for? Why does it matter to them and to me? So we've got our nervous system regulated with daily stillness, reflection. Now we're reaching out in connection with how we're planning for things. And if we don't know the answers to those questions with the meeting, with the task, with the project, who's it for? Why does it matter? Then we know we need to go gather more information and either ask them, ask someone, or as a part of the meeting, find out in the meeting, who is this for? Why does it matter? So that we can create this inspiring story for the future on why it matters, that it's not just about checking it off the list of control, measure, and optimize. It's about doing things for other humans. Remember our agricultural age example when everybody worked together and farms were a shared food source and you knew your part of things? We're building that for today. So we're not in this for survival, but we do need to be in it for purpose, not just a paycheck. And so in our weekly planning process, we want to ask ourselves in this meeting, who's that for? Do I need to find out more information so I have a human connection to this meeting? Or do I need to say, hey, I'm not coming because I can't find one? That's one of my favorite outcomes is when you can get your time back because you don't really need to be there. And then the next aspect of planning with connection versus control is you're going to look at your week ahead and you're going to look realistically through that and say, who do I need to inform in my key relationships in my life, whether it's family or colleagues or whoever's planted near you in the garden? And sometimes let them know, hey, next week, it's a rough one. And that way you can ask for help from others instead of thinking you're supposed to be in charge of everybody's everything, to let them know this week is extraordinarily busy. And so I'm going to either need a pass on this thing I normally do, or could somebody else take on this role that I typically do? Like work in community and connection. It also sets the expectation that you're not going to be as available as maybe you typically are for some of the things that they might need for the week. So they're going to need to prepare on their own for your inability to step in and support in ways that you may have been accustomed to. They may have been accustomed to. Every week can't be like that. It's just not sustainable. And so being more aware and planning this way will lead you to start to look at things and go, I wonder what needs to give. So sometimes we can look at our week ahead and we can see that some weeks are busier than others, and other weeks we have some space. That's great. But if you are on this frenetically busy treadmill, that's not sustainable. So what can we do to ask for some support that's going to give us more capacity to do the work that we need to be doing and live the life that we want to live. Asking and outsourcing help from either the people in your home that could and maybe should be doing more than they are, because we may have started to live in that fixer mode too much because it just seemed easier just to do it ourselves. That's not working. That's not sustainable. Children at a very young age are able to do a lot of things for themselves, and it gives them a sense of responsibility, whether it's folding clothes or helping with dinner or whatever it may be. Doesn't mean being militant. It means being connected and working together. Sometimes outsourcing some of the cleaning helps everybody. The money spent outsourcing cleaning and support in the home, I'm a fan. I believe, especially in the United States, we have a real bias that we're supposed to do it all, and that's just not true. And it's not helping any of us. And so outsourcing for some cleaning, huge fan. Meal planning kits like HelloFresh, or there's lots of different ones out there, but meals that get delivered, it may look like an additional cost, but I promise you that the decision fatigue that happens by being responsible for planning meals constantly is a tax on your brain, that paying to rid yourself of it will increase your career and your results probably in a way that you'll make more. Totally make it up. But whatever it is for you, what are some of the things that you can plan that I want more connection in my life? I don't want to control everything in my life. And I am looking forward to a robust discussion about this in a monthly group session. Okay, so daily stillness. Look at your calendar for next week and look at it through the lens of human connection. Who's it for and why does it matter? And then let the people who you live and work with on a daily basis know of weeks that are more frenetic than others, but know that you can't live each week like that. So then we have to find ways to build more capacity for connection and not just try to take on more all the time and control everything coming at us. Okay, let's do it. Love you, mean it.